How's it going, people? Welcome back to Banter Corner. I'm joined here by my fellow comrades Ovin and Chanuka to discuss this week's La Liga mayhem. Barcelona and Real Madrid both dropping points, while Atleti grabbed 3 points, and they're top of the table once again.
Atleti grabbed 3 points barely. Again, surprising team selection by Simeone. Exactly. Sticking to his fire, 3 at the back playing with wing backs. And Luis Suarez came in off the bench, which is quite surprising for me. But, he did just get into the squad. He started training a little late. So it's not that surprising. But, Suarez was the key part of them winning the league last season. So I believe Suarez is going to have a major role this time out too. But, I think they barely got past Elche.
Typical Atleti 1-0 win, eh? They always do this.
Exactly. Right.
And so I thought, go ahead.
I was also thinking that I actually thought that they'd have a bigger win over Elche, defending La Liga champs. Mm-hmm. But one positive for them is Joaquim Angel Correa seems to be in really good form for Simeone.
He's a top scorer, right?
He has 3 goals.
Along with Vinicius.
Also, I thought he was not using Joao Felix properly, but apparently he's injured. So I don't know how long he's out for.
That's actually, the Joao Felix injury thing. So that's this season, right? But even last season, we didn't really see much of Joao Felix.
He's definitely misusing him, man. I think even last season, he played a lot of games playing Marcos Llorente up front with Suarez rather than using Joao Felix. I feel like Simeone doesn't know Felix's natural position yet. He keeps playing him behind the forward as a winger, as a false 9. He should just play. What do you guys think he should play him? Where do you guys think he should play him?
He played a typical number 7 role when he played in Portugal, as far as I remember, right? Mm-hmm. He had this game where he scored a couple of games. Actually, he scored a great number of goals, which put him on the radar for Atletico. So I'm actually not too sure what position he was playing, but all I know is since he joined Atletico Madrid, he hasn't been that great. He hasn't lived up to his $120 million euro price tag, and not just for Atleti, even for Portugal, he's been really under par. Don't you guys think?
He's not even starting for Portugal, is he?
No, he's not. Understandable. Portugal has a stacked team. They have the likes of Ronaldo and Fernandes and Bernardo Silva,
Diogo Jota.
And even if and there are also players like Rafa, who's on the bench.
Even the likes of Andre Silva,
right? The second striker. So it's all it's always been a stacked Portugal that he's played in. But I remember in the earlier stages of his athletic career, he did play. As a player, he played better, even for Portugal. I'm not sure what's going on with him, but he's a good young player.
I was trying to make as well, because Shayan said about him playing out of position. But I think even when you play out of position, you can have a good game. Generally, what he has been playing, I don't think it's enough to start for Atleti.
Yeah, because Correa and Suarez. Suarez is world class, and Correa has been making quite a name for himself. So I think he has to fight for that position of the starting, as a second striker.
And also, interesting point, he played Marcos Llorente at right back yesterday when he had Trippier in the bench.
just like what Luis Enrique did in the Euros.
Yeah.
Right.
So Llorente can play multiple positions. He's such a
I think Llorente is
versatile
the
player.
most versatile player in world football right now. He plays an attacking midfielder role. He plays a defensive midfielder role. He plays up there with, as a striker, and he plays at wing back. So he's a great asset to the team. I know it sucks for y'all because y'all kicked him out.
I think he just signed another new deal with not another. I think his first extension with Atleti as well. It hurts, man. It hurts. One of our biggest mistakes. Yeah, man. One of our biggest mistakes. And these are the players like Madrid should never have sold, because you can see this guy never wanted to move out of the city. Like he wanted to stay in Madrid. That's why he chose Atleti. So people who love the city, players who love the city, who don't want to move away. Why do you sell these players now? Look at him; he's world class. He's won a league with Atleti. He's helped them win the league. Yeah, man. I have nothing to say, but this was something Perez and the board fucked up.
Right, and to move on a little from Atleti and to talk about the rest of the La Liga fixtures, Real Betis drew with Cadiz. Cadiz seemed to be doing quite well again in this season too, and Granada and Valencia drew.
They stayed up last season, yeah.
Right, they did. Granada and Valencia drew, and that was a little, it was a tight game. I managed to catch a couple of glimpses of the game while it was going on. It was a tight game, but kudos to both the teams. And Real Sociedad managed to get their first victory against, I believe it was Rayo Vallecano.
An arrow in his own.
Right. And the other big team, Sevilla, actually playing the second game against Getafe right now. So we'll see.
Cadiz actually finished 12th last season, grabbing 11 wins and 11 draws.
Right.
Impressive, man, for a team who came from La Liga.
Yeah.
La Liga 2, I guess that's what they call it. Segunda division, right? Yeah, Segunda. So impressive, man. They seem to be like solidifying their position in La Liga. I don't think they're going down anytime soon. Anyway, so let's talk about Barca first, I guess, because they played earlier than us, right?
Let's talk about Barca.
Perfect opportunity for Real Madrid to overtake Barca.
Right.
We always do this, right? We always do this.
Right. We had this going on last season too. Well, what happened was, unfortunately for Barcelona, Gerard Piqué had to come off 30 in the 30th minute. But that actually kind of turned out to be a blessing in disguise for that game. Like I've told over the past couple of weeks, I'd really like to see Araujo, who's a faster player, start alongside with Eric Garcia or Gerard Piqué. Because like I said, Gerard Piqué and Eric Garcia, their playing styles are too similar. They're slower. And we were up against one of the fastest player, striker at least,
Iñaki Williams.
Iñaki Williams, right. And I mean, a manager's first choice would be to go for a faster centre back. I was actually quite baffled at Koeman sticking with Eric Garcia and Piqué. Eric Garcia had a horrid game, but it's actually quite understandable because he received news of his grandfather passing away like 3 minutes before the game, and he still opted to start. So kudos to him, and I hope everything is going okay with him. But terrible game in terms of technical defending. Iñaki Williams had his number throughout. Iñaki Williams got, and this was actually their game to lose. Atletico, the Athletic Club rather, they had so many opportunities in front of goal and they missed out. And one of those actually was thanks to a magnificent piece of defending by Frankie de Jong. And speaking of Frankie de Jong, he was probably our best player in the game. Actually, he was definitely our best player in the game, alongside with Memphis. Beautiful assist, and he almost assisted Memphis for his second goal, where he missed out, sadly. But fantastic game by de Jong defensively and on offense. Some positives to be taken out of this game, but all in all, I think it's 2 points that we lost. But the good thing being, like I said before, the Athletic Club is a tough
It's a tough
team,
place to grab points.
tough team. And in the past, historically, they've had a number. But I'm glad it was a draw because it was not our game to win by how our players were playing on the pitch. Brathwaite had a great first game, but he missed out a sitter, man, right in front of goal, smack dab. Keeper nowhere to be found. Open goal, he should have put that in 10 out of 10 times.
So he started the game on
Yes,
the wing
we
or
played the same
as two
lineup. Yeah,
strikers?
we started right. No, actually, Memphis started on the wing.
Okay.
So
Fatih isn't back yet?
but is not back yet. We are expecting him early October or late December. But
what about Griezmann, man? I haven't heard about it.
Horrible game for Griezmann. So he finally has the free.
He's starting
play
in
role.
Messi's position, right?
Exactly right. So he has a free role where he can play the way he does with France, and he has not capitalized on it yet with Barcelona. But again, I think we should give him a couple games. Messi's shoes are big shoes to fill, but we'll see. And it's a new team. He's playing with Depay. He's never played with before at least.
Yeah.
So I think he'll adjust with time. But for now, he has that role secured. But he had a horrible game against Athletic Club. So, not a lot of positives, but there are some positives to be taken out of the game. But I hope we get everything in line before the next one.
I think it's also a blessing in disguise. You guys are playing Getafe next, right? Otherwise,
Right.
Eric Garcia got a red and he's probably going to miss out that game.
being out.
PK is also going to miss out due to injury. But
who's going
as
to
you
start
said,
against Getafe, though? The centre backs.
I'm sorry?
Who's going to start against Getafe, the centre backs?
Right now, the plan, I believe, is to start Araujo alongside Longley because we have Mingueza, who is still recovering from injury. But again, I really don't think Coman will play Mingueza and Araujo together because, again, very young, inexperienced defenders. Araujo is actually playing really well. He actually saved a game. He actually saved the game and stopped a goal for us. I believe it was.
but you don't feel confident when Lenglet plays, right? But then again, it's Getafe, so is it away or home?
I believe what we have is an away game. I'm not too sure on that, but I know I just personally don't think Coman is going to start Mingueza with Araujo. He's going to try and play Longley for his experience, and hopefully his experience come in handy for us this time.
Lucky.
We are. Yeah, Araujo has been really great in defense. I think he deserves the starting position alongside one of PK or Garcia. But let's talk about the most exciting game in our league.
Yeah.
Actually, that was the most exciting game for me throughout the entire game week across all leagues.
Just before that, I want to take one point. Let's talk about Umtiti. He refused to leave Barcelona. Does he have a chance of starting?
He's still here. Wait. Oh, shit. Umtiti is here as well.
He refused to leave, I think.
Why don't you guys just play him if he's not going anywhere?
Latest news coming out, he's still not going to leave. He doesn't want to leave. We keep giving him options. He keeps saying no. But with the stacked defense that we have, I mean, it's rare to lose two defenders in one game, right? So with the stacked defense that we have, I do not see Umtiti starting. He has not made the most out of the time he got, even over the last couple of seasons. He has been way below par. He has not been the Umtiti that we, saw in 2018.
Yeah, he was solid in the World Cup.
He was. But unfortunately, I do not see him starting for us. And I believe even if he decides to stay this season, he'll spend a lot of time on the bench.
You're not a big fan of Longley, right? But do you think Umtiti can, redeem himself and, take the position from Longley?
I actually, so Longley started because Umtiti went out on injury, right? And he had a really good first 2 to 3 months. He was faster and he was being very solid. His decisions are not the smartest.
Longley,
Sometimes he
like
looks
also Longley, what I don't like about him is he always goes for he always loves a shirt pull, doesn't he? As soon as he loses the man, he goes for the shirt, man. Like I don't know what's wrong with
right.
this guy.
So yeah, that's one of the decisions I'm talking about. He's not a Ramos or a PK. I believe
Mm.
he's played three seasons in the top flight right now. He should be doing much better than he
Yeah, man.
does. So again, he again has a chance to redeem himself. So we'll go ahead and see. I mean, he is our fourth choice centre back as it stands right now. But we'll see where it goes. But I believe for the future, over the next couple of seasons at least, it's going to be Mingueza, Garcia, and Araujo alongside PK as long as he's around. Uh, but I do not see Umtiti and Longley sticking long for a team. I mean, even the Euros, he had a horrid Euros starting alongside Rafael Varane.
So even so, like even with the come up of these youngsters, I think y'all should go for a like class center back next season, man. Because
Yeah,
it's all good and good,
it's
like relying on youngsters, but y'all just as Barcelona, y'all need a solidified center back when PK
right.
is
Yeah,
gone.
exactly.
There aren't a
We were
lot of
actually
as well.
That's
But
also
we,
another good point. Yeah.
we were actually looking into Aymeric Laporte towards the last actually the beginning of the transfer window, but with the whole registration issue going on, Messi
Yeah, that's
leaving and
also
all of
another
that,
issue.
that all went under. But I believe we are in desperate need of a striker, hopefully a Lautaro or a Haaland. But a guy can hope, right? You'll see.
You get rid of Brathwaite and then
Yeah, I
wait, what
mean
about
Brathwaite.
Oh yeah, you mean you're
I
talking
think
about the
Brathwaite
future,
is a
right?
decent backup striker, so I
Yeah,
think
Yeah,
but
Brathwaite again
if
is
they
sell
have
him.
Aguero, why do you need Brathwaite, right?
So
Aguero can play backup
right.
even.
But how long is Aguero actually going to
Yeah,
play for us?
one
that's
thing for
also
sure,
another point.
Brathwaite is young, so he can be used as a backup striker
Brathwaite isn't
next
young,
few
man.
seasons.
He's I think he's
Yeah,
going into his 30s.
that guy's already lost his hair, man. I don't think he's
27.
young.
Come on, man. But the thing is, I believe Brathwaite should have done better. Brathwaite pretty much. I mean, he had the goal. That was supposed to be the opening goal. I mean, that would have put us over the line. That's a 2 points that always seem crucial towards the end of the season, or especially over the past couple of seasons. It's been close calls. Games like these, they are the ones that matter, not the few towards the end.
Missed chances, man. One small easy missed chance can cost you the whole game. So
Right, moving on.
yeah,
Talking
let's
about
talk
missed
about.
chances, Levante had a chance to go 4-2.
Oh, that hit the cross.
And
Yo, when it hit the crossbar, I was like,
I know,
oh
right?
shit, we're
I
gonna
was
lose
watching the
this.
match. Right, I was watching
Oh
the
my
game, and
days.
I didn't think Levante had it in them to get four. I thought it will be a
Me
3-2,
neither, man.
or Real Madrid has a knack of pulling things back in the last minute. So I expected a 3-3 or a 3-2, but I fully expected that to go in.
Yep.
Bro, first half, like I think it was from minute 38 till the halftime. We were relentless. We were like
Even
attack
right,
after, yeah, man, attack after attack
Right,
after attack. I
right.
thought like,
goal at all.
yeah, I thought a goal was coming before the half. I was like, oh shit, and
Exactly.
he
If a
went.
person watched the first half and left, he would have
Yeah,
never expected.
yeah, he would have been like, oh, we would have easily won
which
this
is
game.
which is what happened to me. I watched the first half and then I had to run out. Well, I think all in all, a couple of positives you can take from that game is Gareth Bale seems confident. He took shots. He was attacking the goal, which I didn't really see him doing with Real Madrid for a while. Eden Hazard, terrible game, absolute
Yeah,
shit fest of a game, bro.
he should
But
have.
I mean,
He left
we
his
all,
shooting boots.
right, exactly. And he looked lost, but I saw a lot of confidence coming up in your players, even in terms of David Alaba. He was taking shots at goal, and I mean it was nice to see. The team was doing well in the first half, but I mean even saying that, Levante I think had more shots till like the 40th minute. Till that relentless Real Madrid attack started coming. Levante actually had a couple of shots at goal, and then I think 1 minute down into the second half, they scored, right? And after that, man, it was the Levante and Vinicius show.
Yeah, it was a Vinicius show after that.
Right.
I feel like Vinicius could have got a hat trick as well. Levante goalkeeper did a madness, bro. That guy, he did a sweeper keeper and he came up to almost a halfway
Then
line.
again, if he didn't do it, I think Vinicius could have,
because
for sure.
That Vinicius was very smart with that. He tried to take the ball around the keeper because he's come so far up. So what Vinicius tried was, put it past the keeper and, so he could. He's fast, right? This is what I always liked about this kid. His speed, if he starts using his speed, like consciously, very, at the right moments, not, don't try to dribble past everyone, all the time. Use your brain, your footballing IQ, right? So that's what I was impressed with him yesterday. Like the second goal, a wonderful, through ball from Casemiro and great finish, even the second goal. I don't know if he meant that or not, but anyway, he put it into the back of the net. That's what's needed. He could have had the third as well, but the goalkeeper, like I said, he did have madness. And this guy was standing there without going off. Like, what the hell? You caught it red-handed and get off the field, man. He was on the field.
But this game had everything, man. Yeah. This game had absolutely everything. And
it was a thriller.
Probably the game of the week. I think it was Aitor Fernandez that went into goal in the 90th minute. But Vinicius had a fantastic game. Like you said, he should have gotten past the keeper, but he's still young. He's I think he's 20, and he has a lot of experience that needs to be added. Now, an Mbappe would have been a different story because he knows how to utilize his speed. But Vinicius can shoot now. I think this is the most goals he had in a La Liga season ever, right?
This is the most impressed we've been seeing Vinicius, man.
Ever, actually.
Right, and
ever.
I actually thought Rodrigo was a better prospect, but Vinicius got it back. I mean, he's playing. He came on in the second half for Hazard, and he did a better job, and that's saying a lot. When comparing with a player like Hazard. But a question for you guys: what did you think of Alaba's defensive duty? Do you think the third goal shouldn't have gone in? The third goal.
I think he did all right. It was out of his hands. I mean, it wasn't.
He shouldn't have headed it back.
Yeah.
The thing was, I think Nacho went for the ball and he completely missed it.
He didn't expect the ball to hit his head, right?
Alaba had no idea when the ball came and hit his head. So it was unfortunate. I think you should have seen Alaba's key pass in the first goal.
Yep.
I did.
Pinpoint
long ball. Alaba is fantastic in attack. I mean, left back or wherever he plays, he gets those balls. I mean, we saw him play for Austria in the Euros, and he was controlling the game, man. He was controlling the game from midfield. So we all know Alaba's duties and how well he plays attacking. But defensively, what went wrong for Real Madrid? To concede 3 goals against the Levante. I mean, this is usually a bottom of the table team. I mean,
Chanuka, who was at fault for the first goal? I think I can't remember. First goal, who was at fault?
I think it was a combination of the midfield and the right back, Vasquez.
Second goal, I know for sure it was complete Vasquez fault. He's looking like this. The ball's coming into the Levante forward winger.
He tried to play the offside trap where he shouldn't have, because he was the last ditch defender.
He should have been marking his man. Yeah.
But then again, he's not like a classic right back.
That's also true.
Right.
And after Carvajal came in, you saw how we improved in defense.
You all did improve defensively with Carvajal coming in, but don't you all think Vasquez playing down the right flank would have given more attacks and creativity down that side? Because Carvajal didn't look that sound in attack like he usually does.
I think at that time Vasquez was gassed out, man. He had a horrible game, like 2 mistakes, I think 2 or 3 mistakes.
Even passes, he couldn't even dribble. with the ball.
Early on the game, I think it was probably in the first 10 minutes or something, just after the Gareth Bale goal. And we were hungry for another goal. And I think it was Valverde got the ball, he made the run. I think it was like a 3 versus 2 situation. Valverde running down the lane, and he made a pass to Vasquez. Vasquez was coming into the right side of the penalty box. And this guy,
it was Carvajal's defensive brilliance which led to the third goal. He actually made a key pass before the assist for the goal.
Also, so in that moment, this guy does a Ronaldo chop, and then all the Levante defenders and players back to position, and he tries to dink it, and and that dink doesn't even go past the first man. So from that point onwards, I was pissed with Vasquez for the whole game, and I kept nitpicking whatever this guy was doing. And when he was about to take off, when he was about to be taken off, this guy couldn't make a simple pass. He was just giving the ball away carelessly. He had a terrible game, one of his worst games for Real Madrid. I would have liked, because Carvajal was 100% fit before the game, so I feel like he should have started, man. If he started, I think we wouldn't have considered 3 goals.
But knowing about the injury was in the past couple of seasons, I think it was good that Carvajal was eased in. And also, in terms of the manager, I want to praise Ancelotti, because he made changes at the time he fucked up. Because if he was still he would have just kept on playing with the same 11 till like 75th minute. And also, with Ovin mentioned about our shooting, I think not just Alaba, I think everyone tried to shoot, except for Hazard. Every shot.
Like even Valverde was taking shots way outside the box, but still, nothing like trying, right?
2013-14 Real Madrid again.
Right. Hazard had about 2 or 3 clear chance, not 2 or 3, maybe 2. One good clear chance was on the left-hand side. He should have taken the shot from his left foot, because he has a killer left foot as well, although he's a right-footed player. And he did a cutback without shooting and tried to pass the ball, but I don't think the pass went through as well. Yeah, almost like a nothing game from him. And also, I've seen a lot of people on Twitter praising Isco. He had a good statistical game, but come on, man, this guy, this was his first good game in probably 2 years or 3 years. Yeah, now people are the old Isco is back. The old Isco is back.
I was actually going to bring up Isco. I mean, I thought he had in Isco standards, when he did have a good game.
He had a decent game, but
in Isco standards.
Yeah, don't you think this guy holds on to the ball way too long? There were 2 or 3 moments he should.
Right. Yeah. I was just about to say that. Yeah, he delays passes a little too much, which might have costed you all a couple of chances created at least. And having a Modric play there would have been a whole different ballgame. Exactly. Speaking of, where is Modric?
I think he has a slight.
It's not a major injury.
Yeah, I think it's an abductor, a small pain in the abductor or something. It's a minor injury. He'll be back for the next game.
Right, and who are you all playing next?
I think it's Real Betis.
Real Betis. Okay, so that's not going to be an easy game by any standards. Real Betis too has pace of like Levante.
Another hostile stadium with fans now.
Exactly.
We're playing away. So.
Yeah.
Right. So let me hear your picks for starting 11. Where would you still start Bale and Benzema along with Hazard?
Yeah, I'd go with a similar type of lineup to yesterday, but I'd put Carvajal in. He'll start. I might, maybe give Nacho or Militao, maybe play Militao and give Nacho a rest, because I think he also had a slightly bad game, in my opinion, yesterday. He was at fault for a little bit of the goal, like 1 or 2 of the goals.
Who's going to be the second center with Militao?
So I'd play Alaba at centre back, man. What do you think?
With
maybe
with
play
Marcelo
Miguel.
playing left back.
Oh no! Don't bring Marcelo anywhere near the starting level. We need to give Miguel Gutierrez a chance, man. He's a very good left back. And I know like Alaba has defensive liabilities, but we bought this guy to play multiple positions. Yeah. So let's check him at center back. And also when Ferland Mendy is back, he's anyway playing center back, right? So you can't keep playing Alaba at left back when Mendy is back. So I just to test it out, I'd play Alaba at center back, or if it's a similar back four, I wouldn't mind. But I drop Isco, man. I drop Isco and give Hazard that role, like the free roam role, rather than like dashing it down on the wing. And I feel like Vinicius deserves a start.
For sure.
Man's got 3 goals in 58 minutes now, so it's only right if he starts.
For sure.
But I hope he doesn't, just because he got the starting spot again, like he dribbles all game. I hope he continues like this, like use his pace. Now he can finish. So put your footballing IQ into the game, man. Like make the runs properly. Don't always try to dribble through defenders and be predictable. Use your brain and because he's got the talent, man. We've seen that, right? This guy can dribble well. He's got very fast. He's got the speed. Only thing he lacked was finishing, right? So yeah, now we are seeing glimpses of it. I know it's still the start of the season. I'm not getting my hopes up or anything like that, but I feel like he deserves to start and he should continue this. He should continue this form because he's going to get the service. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
In terms of my starting lineup, I would make 2 changes. I would bring Carvajal in for Vasquez. And also I would switch Hazard to the right and start Vinicius instead of Bale. I think Bale...
Why wouldn't you start Bale, man? Come on. Stop it with the Bale hate train, bro. Bale had a great game, man. He looked sharp. Also, I mean, he's definitely not the Bale that we,
And again, I didn't see still, like, I don't see the motivation, like, even the goal. Okay, fine, you don't have to celebrate, but he, like...
Yeah, he did celebrate. He looked a little bit disinterested.
All right. Let me ask you this. Oh, how he's been treated since Ronaldo left. Do you blame him?
How has he been treated as in how? Like, what do you mean?
I mean, he was constantly dropped, and I mean, he didn't take it well. He was being very disrespectful from the stands. But I mean, I personally hope, as a guy who's watched the Bale since he joined Real Madrid, I hope Ancelotti will actually let him come back to his form and have you guys get the old Bale back.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I would like Hazard to start, but I think Bale will start with Vinicius and Benzema because Hazard had a terrible game yesterday, and also I think Carlos' relationship with Bale is quite good. He was pissed that when he was subbed, but I think they have a good relationship because otherwise Bale wouldn't have started in the first place.
Right.
Also, going back to your point, Ovin, Bale has no reason to be frustrated, in my opinion, because let's go back to the 2018 Champions League final. This guy scored a beautiful banger, bicycle kick in a UCL final. Appreciate all of those memories, man. But right after the final, this guy was interviewed and he ran his mouth. He was like, "Oh, I was pissed. I didn't start the game, so I wanted to capitalize. I was angry." He made a huge scene out of it. I don't know how Zidane reacted to this, but
bottom line, he's a great player, but like
he has a lot of
he's a nightmare in terms of PR.
Also because he belongs to Britain. Like basically because he's a Welsh player, they run a huge agenda for him, right? They defend him no matter what he does. So that picture ran as Zidane as the bad guy after this whole fiasco in the final.
Right.
So anyway, Zidane left, Ronaldo left, and Bale was going to be the main man at Madrid.
Right,
Because
exactly.
we didn't replace Ronaldo. We signed Mariano. We gave him the number 7, which I thought was disrespectful. And that guy, he's a joke, man. Mariano. Like look at what he's been doing all these years. Anyway, Bale, 18-19 season, Bale was going to be the main man, and it ended up being Benzema carrying us since then. And last season, Bale left for Spurs because he didn't want to be involved with Zidane again. So I feel like he's a great player, but he has attitude problems, man. He should fix up. And even yesterday, like he looks happy in training. Like I see the photos, but he did celebrate yesterday when he scored a nice goal. Why are you unhappy, man? You're starting.
Right.
Are you unhappy you're playing with the number 18 jersey?
I mean, he played number 50 in preseason, right?
Yeah, 50. Yeah.
Or 30, right? So, well, Bale is always drama around him. But again, just to mention a player for you all that's on Sung Hero, Benzema had a really good game too. He was not in the highlights, but he was definitely there in the shadows. I mean, all in all, it was quite an interesting week for La Liga fans. And in terms of the table, I think Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Atletico Madrid are still up there.
Let's take a look at the table.
Yeah.
So
right.
These are the results.
Yeah. And if you go to standings over there,
Atleti sitting nicely on top.
Right. Along with Sevilla and Barcelona. And the top 4 remains quite ideal to how we left off last season. If Sevilla manages to get a victory today, so far I think they haven't had a goal or haven't conceded against. Who are they playing?
Actually, they won. They scored at extra time. Eric Lamela.
Sevilla?
Yeah.
I thought the game was still going on.
Yeah, they just finished.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
So, right. So they won. Right.
Yeah.
That's Lamela's first goal for the club, huh?
Yep.
No, I think he scored 2 goals in the first game as well.
I think so.
Really?
So that means he's the top scorer now.
Right. So, yeah, we are getting a lot of new top scorers into the mix since the departure of Messi. And, we all thought Benzema would be up here, but surprisingly, he's not. He's playing a different role right now, as far as I see.
He's got 2 goals and 2 assists, so I think it's not bad. He'll catch up.
Looking at the fixtures, though, I think the biggest fixture for next week, actually 2 big fixtures coming up. Real Betis playing Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid playing Villarreal. Barcelona has a week, an easier game in comparison to the first 2 game weeks. But yeah, I think those 2 will be the big games that we should look out for. Right. So I think that about wraps up La Liga review session. Please do like, subscribe, and keep an eye out for the review sessions of the other leagues, Premier League, Serie A, League One, and Bundesliga videos coming up, and also FPL review and Game Week 2 suggestion session, along with our new predictions. And we'll take a look at how the table stands. All right, guys. We'll see you all next week. Thank you for watching.
Thanks for tuning in. Haters.